Yeah, I'm trying to imagine a world without music. Like, what would a world without music look like or feel like? I was just telling you earlier, I just came from Mexico, and I think this whole like language thing is an interesting topic because and how it ties to music as well. Because language to me, I don't know Spanish. So it's interesting, although I date someone whose his first language is Spanish and his entire family's language is Spanish. So it's really interesting to me to be engulfed in like kind of this culture and go, well, what makes Spanish Spanish? What makes English English? What makes French French and German German? Whatever you choose, right? But all it really is just different sounds that we make with our mouths that the other person understands. That's all. That's all that language is. So for, not to like talk about the history of how language started, but if you think about it, a group of people in one area started making sounds with their mouth, and the other people started to understand what it was, right? And then just repeated and repeated and repeated. So it's really fascinating. Same with music. Like we just make sounds. Now, forget about the instruments for a second. We make sounds with our mouths and somebody understands what it is that we are trying to portray. And even in a different language, there are so many songs that I absolutely love that are in Spanish. I have no idea what the song is about, but it makes me feel a certain way.
Yes.
And I love that so much about music. Yes. So now take that into the instruments. Forget about what it is, because we're not speaking words, but instruments have that same ability that it doesn't have to be a language or a word. It's just a feeling from a sound that something makes. I mean, how incredible is that?
Oh my goodness. It's so exciting speaking about it. It's about feeling and about emotion that is definitely conveyed by music and musical instruments and voice. And it's very interesting you touch this subject because it takes what we just talked about before, the whole next step, if you will, because I believe that music is all about emotion, and it is very important because it is all about emotion, but inspiration, motivation, and these kind of things. So when even non-musicians, people who are very far from music professionally, but they feel inspired by music. When we want to achieve something, we want to achieve something because we have some kind of idea, some kind of thought that leads to some kind of emotion. These emotions lead to some kind of actions that result, hopefully, in the results that we want to achieve. But then what is very interesting is that this action, even if when it is without emotion, it is rather unlikely to get the result when the thinking and emotion is not coming together. But when thinking is amplified by emotion, and that emotion is almost like a body language rather than brain language, when it is amplified by this emotion, then everything we do is just so much better.